Well, I don't have premium at the moment, which also means I can't watch episode 4.
I see.
So I'll need to rectify that. Hello, people. Welcome to your favorite podcast about anime. Wait, no, that's not right. Welcome to Who's That Anime with your host Stephen Collin.
Welcome to our podcast about anime.
Well, we lie every time we
Welcome
say
to a
that.
podcast.
Welcome
to a podcast.
to a podcast about stuff that might include anime.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it's our second episode of Chainsaw Man.
Yes.
Yes, so let's see how that goes, and I don't know how we can sidetrack ourselves.
Well, picking up, I suppose, where we left off, he had killed a bunch of dudes, turned into Chainsaw Man for the first time, murdered a bunch of zombies,
Yep.
And then got picked up by Makima and her cronies, and was going to be kept as a pet, essentially. I think is the kind of language that's used.
Essentially, yeah. Essentially, they're in the car at this one, and she basically says, "Right, you can either die here or you can be my dog."
Yeah.
And
What do you say? Woof.
No, he asked, "What's for breakfast?"
Yeah, he did. He did ask, and then we got that riveting conversation about all the things that you probably shouldn't have for breakfast, like salad.
Yeah, salad. That was a good one. That's a full on breakfast thing.
Yeah, I don't need that.
Does that
But
allude to the fact that she has like kind of like snail like fingers in the intro, where she's a snail demon?
I don't know.
You don't know. It's not.
Hasn't come up. Hasn't come up yet.
Not even in the manga.
No, not in the manga. Not yet. Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, today we'll be talking about episode 2, Arrival in Tokyo.
Yes.
Because he's been living in
Some other place.
backwater nowhere.
Yeah, in a hut in the forest.
with a yakuza crew and and we open up with Makima and Denji in the car being driven, and I think discussing getting something to eat.
Something along those lines. I think GK reinstates that, you know, he's a dog, and he's like, "Oh wow, I'm with a hot girl." That's all in his mind, and then he's like, "Wait, what? What do you mean I'm disposable?" No.
Yeah.
Well, actually, doesn't pick up that, but she basically tries to treat him like a dog type thing, and he's like, "Wait, what?" And then he looks at her and goes, "Ah, you know what? It's not so bad." And then he
could be worse.
Yeah. Then he says, "I'm getting hungry," because his stomach's wrong, and they get to the checkpoint. A toll, I think, maybe station for the highway, motorway.
Yeah.
And then they go, "All right, we'll get some food here." So they went to a ramen place and ordered some udon with curry udon with sausages.
With a sausage, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he starts to get a bit weak in the knees,
Yeah.
and collapses onto her.
Right onto her breast.
Of course, you know, I'm sure that was not calculated, but he's like, this chainsaws, I lose a lot of blood when that happens.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then eventually he's like, stood back up on his feet, still waiting on the food.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember what it is, but he eventually collapses. She says something and he kind of goes, "Oh, fuck." Face down onto the ground.
Oh, at least we think it's face on the ground, because the next thing we know, he's lying on her lap, I think, on
Yep,
a
on a
on a
bench.
bench. Uh, and then he gets up and goes, "Udon, udon, udon,
Yeah.
udon, udon."
his first thought as soon as he's like, "Oh shit, my lunch. Where
Yeah,
is it?"
yeah,
She's like, "Oh, it's here." And it's like, can you eat this on your own?" And he's like, "Yeah, no, no, I cannot."
yeah.
So she then begins to feed him, and she's like, "Oh, you know, it's sweet of you to enjoy this soggy ramen, much like a dog would." And then he's like, "Oh, woof."
Yeah, pretty much. With yeah, I think
Oh, it's so
yeah, I think it's back at to the point where it's conversation where she's always referred to him as a dog.
yeah, yes. So they get to he gets to enjoy his breakfast, and they return. Well, actually, I can't remember if it's is it this part where she I meant to say like she gives him her coat to
Oh,
cover up. I think that's just before they get out to have something to eat.
yes, because it's unsightly.
Yes. Well, he is a topless man with a chainsaw string hanging out of his chest.
Uh,
So,
He does have a
well,
cord hanging his chest, but he's got a. It's not like he covers it up when he puts the coat on.
not really.
No,
But at least he's not like just showing topless anymore.
full
But
on
yeah,
topless. But that's all right for guys. Guys can be topless.
yeah, that's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then uh, taps off, sun's out,
Tops off, sun's out.
and to be fair, sun's out could be still -4 degrees, but the sun's up.
Mm-hmm. So you get your tops off.
Fucking stupid. Anyway, they they get back into the car and then head into the kind of headquarters, where she's going to. I think this is the part where she's going to introduce to him. Hey, here's Hayakawa. He's been here for 3 years, longer than you, and I'd like you two to you're gonna shadow him for today. And he's like, absolutely fucking not. I can't be dealing with this shit. And he's like, no, I don't want to go with him. I want to work with you.
Pretty much. All he's getting a feeling crush on her. Like, oh yeah, you know what? I think I love her. Like, well, that was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
seconds of the car ride.
Oh, actually, is this? I think there's. I forgot the bit because they're the bit where they're at breakfast or lunch or whatever it is. And he says, "What kind of guys do you like?" And she's like, "Oh, I like the Denji kind." And he goes, "Hmm. And I was like, "Oh, wait, it's clicked," because he gets that look in his face, and he's like, "Oh, wait, he's just realized. Wait, that's me." And then he actually goes, "Oh, that's me."
Yeah.
And then, yeah, you're right. Like on the way to the office, he's fawning over her behind her, going, "It's like, the Denji kind. I am the Denji kind."
Yeah, yeah, that's him. And then yeah, he gets given a suit.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. He gets the uniform, gets paired up with Hayakawa as a member of the he's like what is it? A public safety devil hunter is
Uh,
essentially his title, I think.
I think so. He has like one day of shadowing with this guy, and then
Yeah,
was and he basically just goes, "All right, yeah, no, I want to work with you," type thing. Blah blah, and
yeah.
then gets sent away and goes,
Well,
"Yeah,
she does the sort of sultry "I'm going to tie your tie" thing, and it's like, if you behave today, maybe we'll work together someday. And
yeah,
ties his tie as he's being dragged out.
yeah." Literally, he's getting dragged out of the office by the dude. And then in the street he goes, "Oh, does she have a boyfriend?" And then he goes like, takes him to an alley away and beat him up.
Just wails on him.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, actually is that? I think it's the bit before that where they're like stood at a crosswalk or something like that,
Uh-huh.
and he goes, "Oh, I hope she hugs me again," and he just goes, "What?" Like full on screeches.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did enjoy him getting his ass handed to him. Because it's just like, you should quit. I'll just tell her you got away. I don't care. I don't want to work with you.
Yeah.
And he's like, I've been treated like a fucking human being for once, for the first time in my life. So as Hayakawa's walking away with his smokes,
Yeah.
having a good cigarette, Denji's like, no, I'm not letting this go. It's just full on swings his leg right into his nuts.
Yeah, yeah. Does he not trip him up and then just like knocks him down and repeatedly kicks him into the balls?
Yeah, like he kicks him first as he's walking away, and then he literally has him on the ground, just mercilessly shinning him in the balls.
Yeah, well, that's what he says though. He says, when I fight
Yeah,
dudes, it's always dick
I
first.
go for the, but the comedy is the best. The comedy is the next bit where he like drags him back to the office, the headquarters. He's like, "Oh, this nut demon just fucking wailed on this guy's balls." He's like, "That's a lie. That didn't happen."
Yeah.
It's so good.
There's a bit where there's a bit where it goes to the point in the fight. It's like at the end because Wesley gets back up and starts wailing on him, saying, "Oh, you don't
Yeah,
have any focus. You need, you need something. You're not taking it seriously anymore." And I can't remember if it was this point where he goes, "Oh yeah, but I got my dream. My dream is this
yep,
essentially. I don't really care about my life." And then gives
yep,
him a good wallop in the balls. And he's like, "Oh, that's right, in my balls." And he passes out.
yep. It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, of course, she's like, it's do you two think you can work together? And they're both like, no, no, I don't want this to happen. And she's like, oh, it's nice to see you two get along.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I don't know what you're seeing here, but all right, okay.
Yeah.
And I think I can't remember at this point, but if it just kind of skips to the next day because they end up having to work together again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because this time there's been there's a fiend, I think it is.
Yeah, yeah. They
Is it a
go.
fiend? Yeah.
Yeah, they go a feed, and then Hawakawa basically states that that fiend is a human has been possessed by a demon. It's all. Does that make me a
Yes.
fiend? It's like, no. You can tell by the facial features. And it's like a
And it's just got this huge head.
huge head
Uh,
tentacle thing.
it's pretty good because he's just like, Denji, you can deal with this. And he's like holding an axe, and he just walks over and just goes whoop, and lops his head off.
Oh yeah, you wait and
And
see what you can do by what you can turn into,
yeah,
and then he lops his head off and goes, "No, can't be doing it. Too much blood, too much carnage
yeah,
going to change."
it's pretty good. He's like, why didn't you change into the chainsaw devil? And he's like, no, no, he's like, I felt that I didn't want him to suffer, maybe.
Yeah,
And it's really unconvincing. And then Hayakawa just like grabs his face and smashes it into the window and is like, "Don't be fucking sympathizing with demons or fiends or any of this shit."
yeah,
He's like, what is it? Devils killed my family,
yeah.
and I fucking hate them, all of them,
At this point,
especially you.
he double takes his life, and because he's
Yeah,
basically saying, like, well, you're not taking it seriously. You need to take it more seriously. And he was like, "All right." And then he kills around, and then Hakar goes outside, and he goes, Oh yeah, maybe I do need something serious to think about. Uh, he's obviously got revenge on his mind. Other things for other people are serious about protecting their families. I don't have
Yeah,
any,
he has motives.
I don't have any motives on that. But
Yep.
the only reason the true reason I didn't want to like splatter the blood all over the place is for the porno. Alex, this is that good stuff.
I didn't want to get any blood all over any of this porn.
Yeah,
So, oh, these magazines are pretty good. And then he just goes about collecting the porn from the room.
yeah, yeah,
I think this is the part where he's like, I do have a dream. I do have purpose, and it's to touch boobs.
yeah.
And it's like, yep, that's the dream.
That's
That's the goal. It's a goal I gave up on a long time ago, but I think I have to think about it again.
yeah. It must be the next day because there's a scene where he's got to live with Haruka. Uh,
Oh shit, that's right. Where
bec-
he's like, I forgot about that. Where he's sleeping in the toilet and like has a piece of bread, a toast with that he's trying to put jam on, but has also put presumably marmalade, peanut butter, and every other ungodly thing on top of it, and they're
yeah.
literally over every inch of the table as well.
Don't forget the cinnamon.
You're right. Yeah, the cinnamon's there too. It's yeah. He's loving that. Hayakawa is not enjoying
He's
enjoying his presence in his life
good,
at all.
super messy. Yeah, and we should kind of mention gloss over the point where uh, what's her name when brought back and talk about the nut demon. She basically like, well, you know what, you don't actually have a choice. You got to work together.
Yeah,
Otherwise, you got to die. So that's why he's living with him, so he can watch
yeah,
over him. Because
that's
otherwise,
right.
we'll have to kill you.
Yeah,
We can,
it's a tough life.
yeah. So then
Um,
I think that gives Tarakara some sympathy towards him to a bit. It's like, oh shit, he's kind of tied into this. He doesn't have a choice. I can't be
yeah,
just like tell him to quit.
yep.
Uh, but I think it ends. Doesn't it
And I think
end with his newfound purpose?
no, 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 no. It has a glorious ending because then they go back to her,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and she how is it this works? She goes back. They go back to her
Mm-hmm.
after this whole incident,
Yeah.
and she explains about how uh about the fiends and how the team that they have is experimental. But hey, Denji, you're gonna join Hayakawa's team. You're
Yeah.
not even just gonna be like shadowing him. He's like, please, please no. I already have enough difficult people. I don't need another one. And he's like, oh, but also today, you're gonna go out with one of our fiends.
Yeah.
And Power shows up, who is this sort of devil looking girl, who is just kind of carnage incarnate, and I enjoy her character a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
She comes in and boasts that she's like the most powerful demon alive or something.
oh yeah, and then like there's a where are we? Then they basically end up going out into into the city to look for cases or whatever, and I think at some point like she slaps him for some reason. Asking like it's I don't know. It's like about the she needs something to kill because she's hungry for blood.
Or
She's getting annoyed with him,
oh yeah, yeah. She's getting annoyed. It's like, oh, there's blood,
uh,
and
and then it's at this point where he realizes that Ayakawa's basically kind of set him up a little bit of being like in this pain in the ass situation with this nightmare.
yeah.
Um, and they're kind of scouring the rooftops, and
Mm.
she's like, "Oh, I smell blood. It's gonna be good. Hang on." And she like runs over to see a sea cucumber devil, which is just a horrific sight in itself.
Is that this one?
Yeah, yeah.
All
Because
right.
the second episode starts out with them going, "Holy shit, guys, what happened?"
Oh yeah. Well, she was basically playing with Power's saying, "Oh, I used to be like a ruthless demon before I became this type of person," and
Yeah.
and they're all scared of me. Obviously, that's what it is. And then she sniffs out the demon like just legs for it,
Yep.
and then jumps off like top of the
A
sky
10-story
building.
building and full on Amy Rose mallets it.
Yeah, into the ground. Yeah.
just yeah, it just explodes everywhere.
Uh,
And she's like, yeah.
as there's a guy on the phone explaining that it's been cordoned off and that the area is safe and all that.
The area is now even more safe.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, and it basically ends as soon as she's like, you, yeah, and then the episode ends, and you're like, oh my god, it's great.
Yeah.
It's a very good introduction to that character. Like, I really, really liked her character a lot. She's real dumb and real angry, and as we're gonna find out, very manipulative.
Oh yeah. uh, wait. Is there not? Is there not another bit where they're pulled up in front of Peggy and she basically lies that he's told them to do it? Oh no, that's the next episode, isn't it?
No, that's the next one. That's how that starts off after everyone arrives. But we'll get there. We'll get there when we talk about that in our next episode.
Oh, I thought it was an office.
Nah, it's on the scene of the crime.
Yeah. Oh.
It's a quality scene. But yeah, I quite liked this episode. I liked Power a lot. She's very funny. I liked the nut demon comment. The nut devil is just really, really, really funny to me.
I mean, yeah, man, it's just an average demon. Oh, nuts.
It's just the casual ways, like, yeah, I just like unloaded on this guy's nuts. It's like, he can obviously talk and tell you that's not what happened.
Yeah.
He's right there. You dragged him back.
And they went, "That did not. That's a lie. That did not happen."
Yeah, that absolutely didn't happen. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, I think what's interesting about this show by comparison to most of the other stuff we've watched, because obviously like Golden Boy and Ghost Stories were just kind of very dopey, like in their own ways. Ghost Stories is just an entity unto itself, and Golden Boy is just a bit kind of lechy and weird, but kind of funny sometimes.
Uh-huh.
And we haven't really done comedy or this close to comedy since probably Cowboy Bebop, and that wasn't even that comedy.
It had its moments.
Yeah, like Cowboy Bebop is really funny when it wants to be, but it's like still not an out and out comedy from time. The only episode I remember being very, 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 very funny was the teddy bear bomber one. that whole episode is like goddamn perfection.
Yeah, yeah, it's fairly funny. What is it?
But I think this is a weird show by comparison to the other stuff we've watched, because you've had like space opera, you've had sci-fi mostly,
Mundane
and
nothingness.
now sort of dark fantasy comedy horror violence thing.
I suppose it's dark fantasy comedy horror.
Oh no, more the comedy that's dark.
Yeah, I suppose it's one way to describe it. It's just a superhero kind of
Yeah.
anime, to be honest. Superpowers and all that.
Yeah, I guess like by comparison though, I am watching My Hero Academia, which is a very different superhero type of thing
Oh yeah,
at the same time as this.
this is a dark superhero. Kind of
Oh yeah.
not really
It's
anti-hero.
almost, you know what it reminds me of? The Guyver.
The Guyver. This.
Yep.
Oh god. Have you ever watched when was the last time you watched The Guyver?
Oh, like maybe last year.
You watched The Guyver last year?
I fucking love The Guyver.
Oh wow.
both of those movies, and the anime series. What was it, Bio Booster?
The Guyver.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I went through. Very weird. I never really think about it when I think of anime.
Okay.
I more often than not think about the film. So
Films. Anime films or live action?
live action films.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, David Hayter. It's good shit. It's good shit, man.
David Hayter.
Yeah, yeah.
Is he the Guyver?
He is the Guyver, I believe.
Yeah, we're not talking about MacGyver. We're talking about the Guyver.
No, no, no. We're talking about the Guyver. And the Guyver.
I got
Let's see.
one of the movies. I haven't watched it yet.
Because Mark Hamill's in one of them.
Mark Hamill.
Yeah, yeah.
He's strapped for cash.
Probably. Maybe maybe I'm imagining. I'm not imagining that. Is it the second one?
I don't remember them being
Because there's the
westernized.
Guyver, and then there's what is it? Dark something.
Yeah, that's the one I got. But then again, you do like these kind of like.
Dark Hero.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Dark Hero. Yeah, because Guyver was 1991, and then Guyver Dark Hero was 1994. I've seen Guyver Dark Hero more than I have seen the original. Yeah, David Hayter's David Hayter is the dude
All right.
in Guyver Dark Hero.
Snake.
Yep.
Snake.
There is a significantly less talent involved in the Dark Hero.
Yeah.
Yeah, still good though. I like it. It's real dumb, but it's really awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, the series I watched was Guyver the Bio Booster Armor.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that being shown at late night or on
Yeah,
a
it was good.
video, a VHS,
I
as it
think
were.
I had in fact I may still have my original VHS of a couple of those episodes
Yeah.
somewhere, but I think I used to watch it. I want to say it was on Channel 4,
Yeah, it'd be
like late night Channel 4.
sounds like one of those things. Once a week.
So how do you rate this episode, Colin?
Building character. Then she's
Yep.
still pretty much a simpleton in so many ways, and
Yep.
a pervy one at that. Because he's just wanting to get boobs now. And it's like, okay, that's my new
Yep.
goal. I need to touch boobs.
Yep.
And it comes more apparent next episode. Oh my god.
Sure does.
And then
And how?
yeah, you got a bit of humor. I mean, there's always a lot of humor in it. It's like where even though it's kind of depressing humor, where he's like, "Oh, all I want is like to kind of have like some toast and jam.
Yep.
That's my dream." And then he gets this toast, jam, peanut butter, marmalade,
Yep.
the works, and cinnamon, and goes, "That's awesome.
Oh yeah. Yep. This is the life.
This is life. I've got a 10 out of 10 life, but it's not quite perfect. What is it? What am I missing? What am I missing? Oh, boobs. I gave up on that
Yeah,
idea.
he wants to play video games as well.
That was not mentioned in this episode. It was only boobs.
No, it was the previous episode.
Yeah.
Previous episode there was video games involved.
But that's because he gave up on ever actually being able to touch boobs because no one liked him. And he was a weirdo.
Okay.
But now he has a chance.
Yes. What was a weirdo?
Was
Uh
a weirdo.
yeah.
And now he's a weirdo with friends, technically.
So what do you rate it, you think?
Uh, I'll go with a 7.
I'm gonna stick with 8. I still think it's pretty solid. Good laughs. I think the animation's really gorgeous looking. Like the budget is definitely being spent wisely on the visuals. They look great. So yeah, can't complain. That scene of the sea cucumber devil exploding is just joyous. So just
Yeah.
very very funny.
Yeah, I mean, just summon a blood mallet and then squishes it
Yeah.
from a great height.
Joy. It's good shit. Well, we've reached the end of this episode, which I suppose leads us to say Who's That Anime is an anime podcast and can be found where all good podcasts can be found. Our home is at www.anchor.fm/ Who's That Anime, where you can find either the episodes or all the links to different things: Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Casts, I think Stitcher, Amazon Music, Audible, all the fun things, all there. If you would like to leave us a review, that'd be super cool. 5 stars, absolutely welcome. Anything less, with some constructive criticism, absolutely welcome too. We don't really make any money of this in any way. We don't have any adverts, so we just kind of pay for anime subscriptions to watch anime. So if you wanted to sort of help spread the word and like what we do, telling a friend would be super awesome. We have a Facebook group. That's facebook.com/Who's That Anime, where we post the latest episodes and the occasional anime memes. We have a Discord channel that is in the show notes, because I have not made a custom link yet, but I will do one of these days. We have a YouTube channel where Colin painstakingly puts together all the video versions of these episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we up to now?
Perfect Blue, maybe?
Spooky?
It is a spooky.
Oof.
Maybe Perfect Blue,
Holy
because
shit.
Bio Hunter. Because
Oh yeah, Buy Hunters up.
Bio Hunter, I've launched that up. And then. No.
Yeah, Buy Hunters definitely
Yeah,
up.
no, Bio Hunter is up. It's the next one, though.
Oh, but Vampire Hunter D is the next one then.
Yeah. Because this episode. So
Yeah.
pre-recording these in the past. So
We'll get there. We're nearly 1-1 now.
yeah.
The gap is closing.
Yeah, will not close any further. Because
That's okay.
releasing them weekly, and you're releasing these weekly, so.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That means I have a buffer on YouTube and
Time.
Yeah. Time. Yes. A construct.
It's important. Yes.
Uh,
If Steins Gate has taught me anything, it is a construct. So yeah, we have that, and we, as we said, pretty much nearly caught up with the podcast episodes at this point, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Colin and I occasionally like to play video games online at twitch.tv. Colin's at twitch.tv/couchfuel, and I'm at twitch.tv/hailpayman. You can find archives of all of the live streams from those channels on YouTube if you search for Hail Payman or for Couch Fuel in the search bar.
Yeah.
And I think that's us.
Yeah. I think that's it. That's it. This has been your new standardized socialization of Who's That Anime. We're doing one episode per episode now.
Yep. Just mostly I think for this series because it's live right now.
Yeah, we'll might change it back. And our videos are released weekly now.
Yep.
They're just 3 weeks behind. The podcast.
That's the time. That's the construct.
Yeah. So it's all good. Yeah, just close up. Didn't divert once.
Yep.
We're focused on those boobs.
We talked a little bit about the Guyver, but I think that was at least on brand. So
Yeah.
Good shit.
That was still anime, essentially.
Yeah.
Didn't
Even if we were talking about Metal Gear is practically anime, right?
It is an anime. It's live. It's Kojima's anime.
Yeah.
What I say though is they're talking about Gears of War series or movie.
The movie?
It's
Yeah,
going,
yeah.
so it's going to be like the first movie?
I don't know. Like I like the Gears of War. Well, I like the first 3 Gears of War games, and
Yeah.
then the fourth one was okay, and the fifth one was a bit better.
Yeah.
But I don't think any of them have captured the magic of the first 3 since. So
Yeah. I don't think I completed Judgment. And I don't think I completed
I never
5.
played it.
Yeah, I think I got Judgment. And then,
I've got it. I never played it. I think I bought it for like £3 or something. I was like, oh, I'll get around to it.
yeah, just complete the set. But
Yeah,
I never bought
I don't
5.
actually. I've realized I don't have 4 or 5, or maybe no. Wait, no, I did buy 4 because it was £2.
Yeah, no, 4. Yeah, I have. I got them through Game Pass.
Yeah, I seem to remember that the Christmas or like the year that 5 came out. I seem to remember us playing a lot of it at Christmas time.
Yeah, it was fun, and it was yeah, it's kind of fun. They upped the game on the multiplayer, but I didn't actually ever play the storyline properly in 5.
It's good. It's better than 4, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I went through 4, and by the time I was finished 4, I was like, yep, I'm done with 4. 5 it is.
Yeah,
But then I never played
yeah.
the
I
story.
4 just kind of ends abruptly.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I found my mother, she's cocooned.
End game.
And end it now. We don't want to talk about this anymore.
Nah, and we barely want to cover it in the next game.
What?
Um, they do kind of cover it. There's other stuff though. Old man Marcus is where it's at really.
Old man Marcus, Batista.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if maybe the rumors are true, then potentially that will be Marcus, but
I can
we'll see.
I can imagine because
I could be okay with that.
he's fairly roid out. I mean, like none of the none of the characters. Well, 1 and 2.
There are so few people who can look like a human slab of meat.
Yeah, 1 and 2 had like at least normal humans, and like the women characters were looking more womany. And then
Yeah.
you get to 3, and then Anya is just suddenly roided up completely.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you did not look like that in the last 2 games. What?
Stuff. War never changes, but the people in it do.
Did you just get like the roids?
Yeah, they had to.
Hemorrhoids.
I hope not. It's a very different game. Anyway,
Always
in conclusion, I think the Gears of War movie or series could be quite good. I would enjoy watching that. I think
maybe. We'll see. We'll see, because it's.
I've watched the first few episodes of the Halo TV show and it was pretty good. So.
Halo was alright, yeah, but at the same time, I don't know if Gears of War would work as a movie as such, because, well, second game was everywhere. You were on the surface, you went under the surface, you went up to the surface, you went under the surface, you went up the surface, you went under the surface, and then you flooded the place.
Yep.
And that was the end of the second game. It was all underwater, and now you're on a ship in 3, running around, thinking, "Oh shit, we did it." No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
We didn't.
Not even close.
Well. Then mad scientist's father is still alive after like 10 years.
Adam Phoenix?
Yeah, Adam Phoenix, yeah. In some.
I want to say Adam Phoenix.
Weird lab on some island somewhere.
Yeah. I like those games. I'd like to play through those again sometime soon, I think.
Yeah, it's only 2-player through the first 2 and 4 in the third one.
Yeah. The campaign in the third one's real good.
So
I remember going to get it at midnight launch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can't remember who else went.
We all did.
Oh, you. So, did you come as well?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was there.
Yeah, I think you were there. Sean was there.
Yeah.
Cowan was there.
Craig,
Craig
maybe?
was there.
Or maybe Craig, yeah.
But I
Butler.
remember,
I think Butler might have been
remember
there.
going home because Sean was staying at mine,
Yeah.
and the uh, the plan was is like, well, we'll just go back and play it,
Yeah.
and I think me, Sean, maybe you,
Uh-huh. Maybe.
played through the majority of the campaign, like in a night.
Maybe. Can't remember. Might be
So
Butler.
good,
Might be Butler.
so good.
All I remember is everyone kind of gave up after they played 40 hours of it straight on horde mode.
Well, I can tell you, I definitely have not picked it up since then. So 10 years ago.
I picked it up and found out that I didn't get the achievement. You know how it was the trophies?
That's right.
You know the trophies that you get for completing an insane? I didn't get that.
Oh, why not? Why?
I don't know why I didn't get it. It's just
That's
like,
mad.
it just went, nah, you didn't get that, mate. I was like, fuck, I played 40 hours. I completed insane loads, like, multiple times.
That's great. It's also crazy to think that Gears of War 3 is 11 years old.
Yeah, the other thing I was say about that is that's why I quit, because I went back on the next day, and I think Sean went on the next day after that 48 hours, and
Jeez.
I loaded up and I was like, I didn't even get the medal for that. I got the achievement, I think, because there must be an achievement linked to it, and it came up in the
Yeah,
game, and I had it, and then I turned off my machine and took it home, and then I didn't have it.
that's harsh. That's harsh.
Fucking. Which kind of leads on to the side note of something maybe coming up in the future on Couch Fuel.
Yeah.
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 So, we'll look into it a bit more in more time. So, we finished this like 20 minutes ago. So, maybe we should just wrap this up properly now.
Yeah, we'll tease that
That's what.
another day.
Yeah. Oh, we teased it now. For
Oh no, a bit
teasing it
more.
later.
More teasing.
More teasing. That's you got.
Tease it out. Tease it out.
You gotta ease it out. Squeeze the nipples. The teats. Milk it out.
Yeah. Okay.
On that subject,
Right, end it.
next
End
week
it.
is about boobs.
Yeah.
And that's been who's your anime with your host Steve and Colin, your number one non-informal anime show on
Number 5, Canada's number 5 favorite anime podcast at one point.
at one point in our lives. Or maybe number one at one point. You just didn't know that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I hope.
He doesn't know.
We're dropping out the charts. We're number 53 right now.
Your cousin isn't doing enough.
Nah, Canada. If you can hear us, we need more people to download this podcast so we can be number 1 in Canada.
Yeah, just for the hell of it, just for the lols.
That's actually our mission statement. Has changed. just to be the number 1 anime podcast in Canada would be great. So.
Yeah, that'd be all right. Right. Anyway, that's it, guys. We'll see you next week. All right.
Same anime place. Same anime time.
Yeah. See you later. Bye.
Bye.